Hello and welcome to today's Dragon's Daily Dose. It's Smaugonite here, and today I just want to look at the Nova Open previews and go through everything, have a quick discussion on it, and see what we think. So there were two really cool things. Well, I say really cool, I mean I won't probably buy them, but they were what I would expect from a preview show. Now I will make it clear at the start, I haven't watched all the videos on all of the roadmap ones. I probably won't either unless somebody says to me that this is actually something worthwhile. So we'll start with the Blood Bowl. So we've got Chaos Dwarves by the looks of it for Blood Bowl, which is really cool. I don't know if this will make Minion want to play Blood Bowl, just having Chaos Dwarves, but they're cool. You know, we've got the Bull Centaurs as well. Which, I don't know, maybe you could make these into actual fantasy models or old world models. So interesting, you know, something I wasn't expecting coming. We've then got the Stormcast Eternals, half of the additional models. I think if they'd have won that campaign that was Skaven versus Stormcasts, this is what we would have seen. So we've got Iridan the Witness, strikes a morbid figure atop a Morgriff Ariax, yeah, wielding the axe of the final threshold. Cool. And then that's it from the side. It's a cool model. It looks a bit quite diagonal to me. Maybe it's just the angle. It just. And then Lord Vigilant on Morgriff with a long spear, so that's a separate version, I guess. I kind of like that version more, to be honest, actually. I think that looks cooler. It's always something that's bothered me with Age of Sigmar, is how do they actually wield these axes and these swords and things at the top of a massive beast, like the Star Drake, you know. That guy's got like a sword, a spear, and I think maybe a mace, but it's like, how does he actually wield it? Whereas this, you can actually see, and maybe a little bit somewhat with this axe as well. It's got a long shaft so that you can actually, you know, attack things on the ground. So yeah, no, I think that's pretty cool, and I like this effect actually from the middle of this spear. That's really cool. It just adds another dimension to it that you don't notice on the first look. So yeah, no, cool model. Eagles and demigriffs and stuff, they're cool. Yeah, no, cool. Lord Celestant, so it looks like a multi-option Celestant, basically like a Space Marine Captain or Lieutenant or whatever it is. This one here does look like it's missing a weapon though. The fist just doesn't look right. It looks too straight. Looks like almost they've just cut the weapon out. It just doesn't sit right with me. It's the same pose. In fact, the reason there was a pause there is because I just lifted my arm up and did it, my right arm. So Lord Relictor, a new model for the Lord Relictor. It's cool. The original one was cool as well. I'm an Eldar player, as many of you know, and to me, seeing things getting new models, like Age of Sigmar stuff getting new models after sort of, how long's Age of Sigmar been out now? We're in 2024, so I would probably say, you know, 9 years, perhaps, maybe 7. But seeing them get new models for kits that already existed in plastic quite nicely, and we've still got things like the Fire Dragons, Swooping Hawks, the other resin kits that we've got for the Eldar. I know they're doing them slowly, but it's like, you know, Warp Spiders as well. That's another one. That was what I was trying to think of just then. So yeah, actually, Lord Terminus, cool model. This guy I'm more interested in, actually, out of this kit. I think that could make a really cool Inquisition or Inquisitorial Agents aid. A Memorian, that's what it's called. A mortal follower of Sigmar dedicated to the bleak citadels. That's cool. Reclusians, so axes and shields. Again, more are these ones also Memorians? I think they probably are. Yeah, they're cool. They do remind me somewhat of the Chaos Sorcerer with the two people with him. I don't know if that's an ominous sign for the Stormcast, so they're not falling to chaos, I hope. So multi-part plastic kit brings 3 Indomitable Reclusians to the battlefield with new posers, heads plus 2 Memorians to keep their sense of self anchored in battle. Oh, okay, so that's what that trailer where she was losing herself to become a Stormcast. Perhaps that's where the lore fits in. As I say, I don't really read Age of Sigmar lore, so sorry if that's what you came for. This is not the channel for you, if you came for the lore. On Age of Sigmar, that is. Stormstrike Paladors, okay, cool. Sort of demigryphs, by the looks of it. Yeah, cool. Alright, cool flag. Stormreach Portal, it reminds me a little bit of something in Skyrim, for one of the DLCs. It was like a hut like this for the High Elf. No, not the High Elf, what was the... this isn't a Skyrim podcast either, but... it was the DLC where you got the bow, Auriel's bow, I think it was, and you shot it into the sun. Oh goodness, what was it called? Let's Google it. Skyrim DLC elf. If I do that, that might be the Snow Elves. That was it. The Snow Elves. It reminds me. Where have we gone? We're back. Yeah, it reminds me of the Snow Elf sort of scenery out on that DLC. Yeah, it's cool. It looks cool. I won't get one. It looks cool though. Stormcast Eternals, Codex, they're not called codexes, are they? Battle tomes and cards, and then we get a roadmap. So these are the new style of roadmaps, which is okay. I still stand by what I said the other day, where I am very disappointed in this style of keeping us at bay. I think it's I don't think it's cricket, to be honest. I think that giving us just a roadmap and giving us basic information it's not state secrets, let's put it that way. If they've already worked on it and they like to brag, we're working 16 months in advance, so all the things that you don't know about is we've already done. And it's like, okay, I get that you're a business with turnover and things like that to think about, but how excited could you get your community knowing that in 6 months' time something cool is coming, and actually name that thing? So if you say, no, we're going to do, for example, this is just an example, this is not a rumour or anything that I've heard, we're going to do Demon Lorgar Transfigured, but he's going to come out March 2025. Do you know how excited that would make your hobbyists that do word bearers, or even people who don't do word bearers, and go, okay, Lorgar Transfigured's coming out in March next year, I will build up an army in time for that, so that then I can add Lorgar to it. Why go, Demon Primarch or Demon or something? It's like, well, okay, it's cool that we're getting a bit of a teaser, but or at least if you must tease people and then give them the answer fairly soon after, because it loses its magic after sort of tease number 10, and we're way beyond that. One thing I will just look at is I will look at the Middle-earth one. So the War of the Rohirrim, this is that anime-style film that's coming out of the character that didn't have a name before this film, and now she all of a sudden has a name, and they made a name for this character because it's something that Tolkien might have overlooked. And I saw that as a quote on one of the websites, saying that they're making this story because Tolkien overlooked it. And it's like, what? The guy who wrote it overlooked it? Okay, alright. So we've got Wolf. This might show for the sort of style that we're going for in future. A cool model. I'm glad it's not overly proportioned on the face. It looks like a Middle-earth model, which is alright. Because I was worried that we would lose our sense of realism for the models, because the fact that it's a cartoon film. Okay, it's a nice model. is a nice model. So, okay, that's good. Right, now to the roadmaps. So, which one should we do first? I think let's work backwards. So, let's do Horus Heresy. So, again, I've not watched the videos. I don't think I've skimmed this one. I don't think they have any actual preview or any sneaky models in there. So here we go. Right. So far, we've got Solar Auxilia took the field alongside a host of other miniatures. Legion Imperialis continues to go from strength to strength. Does it? Okay. So, still to come, the Mechanicum continue to deploy across the battlefield. Let me zoom in because this might. Here we go. Solar Auxilia. Sorry, where was that? The Mechanicum continue to deploy across the battlefields of the Horus Heresy. Other factions lurk, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. So we've still got something to come with Mechanicum, and other factions lurk, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Could that be Sisters of Silence? That would be nice, wouldn't it? For the loyalist players who've been waiting for years for Sisters of Silence to actually have some of the models in their range. And then we've got, and beyond, even more to come in 2025, Horus Heresy, Legions Imperialis, tanks, something new every month. Okay, so we've already got, this one looks like the Rhino, this one looks like the Kratos, this one looks like the Sakaran, this one looks like the Typhon. We've already got those in plastic. In fact, is that a Predator in the back there? That looks like a Predator there. We've already got those in plastic. What other tanks are there left? So there's the Arquiter, there's the Sabre. There might be more. Okay, we've got 2 tanks left, but something new every month. Does that mean, and this is something I've noticed that they've snuck in a little bit, is that Legions Imperialis, obviously that is set in Warhammer Horus Heresy, so they are now including that, and that could be your something new every month, which is great. But if you don't play Legions Imperialis like we don't, okay, we're missing out. We're not getting anything every month. So this then becomes a fib. Anyway, Old World. Let's go to Old World. Again, same style. Zoom down. Okay, so Warhammer Old World launched. Long beloved factions return to the world of legend and a well received and dedicated fanbase. Yep, that's agreed. Dwarf Mountain, still to come. Dwarven Mountain Hordes take to the field of battle once more. That's already happened, so that's not still to come. Okay, but move that up there for so far. Warriors of Chaos march to war with a battalion box set and more to follow. Okay, still to come, yeah. But we're getting that on Saturday this week, so in 2 days' time. So this still to come is taking on 2 days in the future, which then makes this whole thing a waste, because in 2 days' time, that's null and void. And beyond, even more to come in 2025, okay? Army boxes, heroes, plastic, metal, resin. Okay, we could have sort of guessed that, fair enough, fine. More factions, okay, that's cool. High Elves and Empire of Man, okay, cool. That's great. It means that they will be doing... We sort of know this anyway from the Forces of Fantasy and the Ravening Hordes book. I think anything that's in there will get its own army box set release, which is, fair enough. And this one's a little bit better. At least it says Empire of Man and High Elves, more factions, to come kind of thing. I think I'm excited for this, just to see what happens. I won't be getting everything, but I will just be excited to see what happens. In fact, actually, something that's just come to me while I was just talking, tanks. This could be Mechanicum tanks as well, actually. So like Eucreos, the one with the guns that overarch out with the mortar battery in the middle. So that's cool, okay? But just tell us, Mechanicum tanks and Imperium tanks. Anyway. Back to Old World. Yeah, no, cool, excited. And then finally, let's have a look at 40k. So here we go. So far, new edition of 40k, loads of great factions, data slate releases, continued faction diversity across matched and tournament play. I can't comment on that, we don't play it. I'm here for the models. Still to come, with such a lot happening in 2024, it's time to take a breath, watch the balance, and enjoy the World Championships of Warhammer. Blood Angels end the year. Okay, that's cool. We sort of knew that Blood Angels were coming out now. Yeah, I think do they come out this weekend or is it the weekend after? But they end the year again in a week's time or something. We're ending the year of Warhammer 40k. Is that all we're getting for the rest of the year? Because I know a lot of people are still waiting for their codex from a game that started a year ago, or over a year ago, 13 months. So they still don't have... They have data cards, which is cool. I don't know if the data cards make them less playable or less, not as powerful. I don't know if the codex actually adds a level of power to them, but, it's... Just get all your books out, to be honest. And beyond. Even more to come in 2025. So we've got Astra Militarum. I don't know if we'll get any new models. That'd be cool. We did get some new models, to be fair, already recently. So I've still got 50 Rough Riders that need painting, so I won't make comment on wanting new guard models. Eldari, swooping hawks, warp spiders, fire dragons, the Dire Avenger, the Avenger Shrine stuff. That would be great, please. Imperial Knights, I don't want a new knight, to be honest. Apart from the 30k Mechanicum ones, that would be cool, but don't put a new knight chassis in. Just don't. Plus big codexes, big names, special chaos treats. Okay, so the chaos guys are getting rewarded. That's cool. What about us Imperium guys that stood loyal to the Imperium for over 10,000 years? No, I'm just joking. No, that's cool. At least we get, which factions are coming. We're getting more codexes, obviously. For a game that's been out 13 months, it should already be here, to be honest. Big names, that's cool. So you look to your characters that haven't got new models recently. I think that might be something to tease. It might also mean the return of another Loyalist Primarch, maybe. I think it would be good to balance the numbers out again, and have 3 Demon, 3 Loyalist, or maybe even give us another Demon and watch the Imperium fight 4 Demon Primarchs then. And then special Chaos treats, because that could... Well, I hope they don't link together. So I hope big names, say Perturabo, is then also the special Chaos treat. Or, okay, that's a bad example, because, okay, he fell to Chaos, but he wasn't their biggest fan. Who else would there be? Lorgar, we know he's not dead, so big names and then special Chaos treat. I don't want him to be the same, if that makes sense. So yeah, sort of what I predicted really for Nova Open, sort of roadmaps. I didn't expect anything previewed for Middle-earth, for the War of the Rohirrim. That's cool. Chaos Dwarves, again, cool. Age of Sigmar, cool. Won't get any of it because they're not for me. And the preview, the roadmaps, they are exactly what I thought they would be. So thank you so much for listening if you made it this far. I'm sorry this has been a longer episode. Thank you, as I say, I really appreciate it if you made it this far. A like and a subscribe is also really appreciated. But until next time, keep those brushes moving, your armies ready, and your imagination soaring. See you tomorrow.